Go.
Alright gang, so hopefully this is the last video we're doing on this van. It's finally done and going home. So there's been a couple of videos about what I've done. There's been no videos on things that I've done. So let me give you a walk around as to what all has been done. We're going to start here with this door. Actually, we're going to start here with this side. So from here down is Raptor Liner that we did here in the shop. The top up, the customer had it brought to a shop up in New York, had it vinyl wrapped. It's a love it or hate it kind of thing. You know, some people like it, some people don't. It's what the customer likes, that's all that matters. So the customer and I actually, we put this window in the door here. So we cut out the panel, mounted the window. The truck's been here for about a month. It's been sitting outside. There's been 0 leaks, so everything's groovy with that. Customer had these running boards installed. He also had a 2-inch lift, I believe, and then he had black Rhino wheels and 31 1050 tires put on. We did a set of overload springs on the back because, well, he's going to have a lot of stuff going on back here. All right, so that being said, we're going to come around to the back of the van. And back here, what's going on is we have an articulating arm with a motorcycle ramp. Now, depending on who you talk to, you know, I have a couple of guys that work in the shop that are law enforcement. So because the back of this is beyond 3 feet from the back of the vehicle, we had to put in additional lights here. Now, these are smoked lights so that when they're off, you don't see them, and when they're on, they look pretty good. The motorcycle ramp itself is pretty easy. This is the ramp. This comes off of here, attaches onto here. He's got a little Vespa scooter. It goes right up here. A couple of tie-down points. He's down the road. Okay, now, and then you can say, well, what if he wants to open up the back door? Well, that's pretty easy. That comes out. This. That articulates open like that, and not a problem. We left enough wire in there for it to loop so that it could open and close, even with the scooter on here. Dog's trying to eat the van. So that's how easy that works. And then when he's ready to close it up,
Pull it.
that closes in there. That goes in there, and that's done. So one of the things that I've noticed about anything that goes into a hitch is that it rocks back and forth. Now, the articulating arm has a wedge bolt inside of it. That wedge bolt, even when it's tight, there's still a lot of up and down movement, okay? So what I did is I made a bracket that goes from the solid side of the articulating arm to the trailer hitch of the truck. Now, the other thing that happens is that this motorcycle rack goes into the hitch for the articulating arm, and that's got a lot of movement in it. So we put another bracket from the ramp to the articulating arm. Everything is solid, solid, solid. Now, if he ever has to take this off, all he has to do is, there's 3 load bolts underneath there. He pulls the pin. I gave him an electrical connector here. He separates that. Boom, everything's off the truck. He's got nothing else to worry about. He can have his articulating arm, you know, if the ramp needs to be serviced, whatever. All right, step back a little bit.
Yep.
All right, so the other thing we did is that, being that anybody who's got a Promaster knows that the oversized tires do not fit underneath the van. So we made a custom spare tire carrier. It's a simple design. The tire sits up here. 1 bolt goes through the lug nut. This thing's secure. It's not going to be bouncing around. On the inside of the door, there are much bigger plates than there are on the outside, so that you don't create a shear point and with the door open. The hinges have no problem handling this weight. It's a piece of cake to open and close. It's a pretty heavy wheel and tire package. It's probably 90-95 pounds, somewhere around there. It takes me a good amount of effort to get that tire up. And for anybody who's paying attention, it says, well, that nut isn't the same size as the lug studs on the truck. Well, you're absolutely right. However, the tool that comes with the Thule articulating arm for that wedge bolt is the same size as this. So the same tool he uses for that he has to keep in the van also takes this off. No extra tools required. On the other side and then this side, we have these portal windows. Again, customer and I did those, and that was it was a good day. We had a lot of fun, him and I. We didn't. The video that we took of it, I couldn't use, so that's why there was no video on it. But it's really a pretty straightforward process. Mark your corners, drill some holes. We used the body saw, cut the hole out, painted the edges, put the windows in. Robert, your father's brother. Raptor Liner again over here. The inside we haven't done a single thing with. That's all the customer. He's doing all of that. Okay. In the front, what we did, the customer provided this bull bar, and it's from it's not Van Compass, but those of you who deal with these vans every day know the company that it comes from. But the other thing he wanted is he wanted a winch. Now Van Compass does make a behind the bumper winch mount. Okay, however, their winch mount and this push bar cannot live in the same spot because their recovery points come out right where this is. So behind here, and there's a video on it, okay, that I did, so you're gonna have to go back and look for it. But back behind here, we built a custom hidden winch mount. Okay, so the whole winch front bumper we custom made here in shop, and it's designed to go behind the factory bumper so that nothing really changes. The Van Compass one, the front of the winch plate sticks out the front, and I don't like it. I like this clean look of just having the horse fairly here. The other thing we had to do is come up with these custom recovery points. So because these stick out so far, you don't want to do a side pull and have these things twisting. So again, this is covered in the other video. So I made brackets that attach to the push bar. Nothing, you could hook a crane up to this thing, pick it up from the front end, and nothing's going to happen. The other thing that we did, and I'm kind of tossed about, the customer had a different set of lights on here. I liked them a lot. They really matched the look of the vehicle. Then he dropped these off a couple of days ago, and they asked us to put these on. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm not really crazy about them, but they're certainly bright. They work on a 2-pole switch, so you have it where all the lights are lit up, or just these 3 bottom parts are lit up. I'd like to see these with clear covers. I think that would be a much better way of doing it. And that is everything that we did. Oh yeah, and we wrapped the line the hood and the center part of the grill here. The customer is from Italy. In Italy, these are called the Fiat Ducatos. So he went and got a Fiat badge to put here, and well, there it is. All the Dodge stuff has been taken off the truck. The radio has been replaced with a touch display, and even that, when you start the truck, comes up and says Fiat with the logo. Yeah, I think that's enough that we did. This has been a really great project. The customer's been fantastic. We've had a lot of fun with it. We do a lot of work for Humble Road also, for those of you that follow van builds. So I go over to his shop, or he sends vehicles over here, whatever the task is that needs to be done. So you know, we're getting more and more vans to do Raptor liners and electronics and things like that. So if you're in the Northeast area, you know, feel free to reach out to us or stop by here on YouTube, Jersey Shore Fabricators. Instagram is JSF LLC. Facebook, Jersey Shore Fabricators. If you want, like, share, and subscribe. You can leave a comment. I'd appreciate it if you leave me a comment. I don't care what kind of a comment it is. Just you know, tell me what you think about it, and I don't know, tell me what you think about these lights. All right, gang. So, as I always say, everything that I do, I've done myself. you can do yourself. If you don't want to or cannot, feel free to reach out to us. Until we see you next time, peace.